Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, listening audience. Good morning, viewership. Good morning, Damian Williams. Good morning, my brother. How
What's
you doing
up,
this
brother?
morning?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Blessed to be
good.
here.
Yes, sir. We here in the house. KYND Radio, 1520 Penn Global News. Good morning to all. 10:06 a.m. We're a little bit late, bro. You know,
We are a little bit late. That's my fault. That's my fault.
I'm gonna blame D. Will. You know, now Dame know if we late. You know, he might not get into the second quarter, right?
It's all right. I'm gonna drop 20 in the second quarter.
I want to know what the coach gonna say to you when you show up at the Titans late. When you got you playing against who you playing against today? Let's say you playing against Pittsburgh Steelers, right?
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't say another team because they was in the division, but it might hit a little too close to home. So yeah, we'll say we playing the Steelers, man. I showed up in the second quarter. Coach ain't gonna say nothing.
What?
He don't want to talk to me. He's not about to say a thing.
He's like, Dame showed up late to the game. What?
Yeah, I'm not gonna play the first half.
You can play the first
I'm not
half?
gonna play the first half. I played the second half. Probably put me in on all run plays.
Right.
Something
Punish
crazy.
you a little bit, right?
Gotta go hit that safety coming down the box, something like that. Who knows?
Man, you know, I tell you, boy, good morning. We had a good drive up from Dallas. We're back in Houston again, talking about PN Global News. And today, Dame, me and you, we're going to get into the mindset of you and all the other athletes who are investing in businesses and looking to invest in businesses and what that looks like and what your mindset is, what the locker room mindset is. We're gonna have a good time today talking about that, right? We had a good time talking about it coming up too, right?
Yeah, man.
We're gonna give our shout outs to, T Mac, Trace McGrady, Antonio Davis. Doc is back in the house, holding it down in Dallas for us right now. With
What's
LeBron
going on, Doc P?
Yep, J Mac, we got smooth J Mac. We gotta get J Mac in the house.
J Mac needs to come on the show, man.
Man, we ain't seen Jesse in a minute. He ain't came up to
This is
to
the
Houston.
problem, though.
What's the
Jesse
problem?
come on the show,
Right.
You got to have like a dictionary next to you. Dog. Jesse, he's a wordsmith, man. He'll hit you with some of them words. You be like, hold on, Jesse, you got to stop for a second.
We got to go check that word
out.
But, good morning to the KYND family. Rob holding it down for us like he always do every Thursday.
Rob, take care of us.
Yes, sir. 10
Appreciate
a.m.
you, brother.
to 12 noon every Thursday. KYND Radio, PN Global News. D, let's get off into this, man. We've been talking about investments. We've been talking about minority businesses, for the last 11 weeks.
Yep.
Really talking about what, minority businesses are really trying to do and trying to gain access to capital to get to the next level. So, we always understood that there was a process.
Yep.
If you have a business, we talk about this every week that, your business has to get the right tools, from business plans or succession plans, key man insurance, audit financials. You need your website, you need your apps that fit on the phone so that the corporation can see who you are.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, after all these things are finished and we get you over to that investor pool of investors, we say, man, what does the athlete, who has a lot of liquidity playing in the NFL, Dame, you played at Titans and you played at the St. Louis Rams. So, and all of your peers, when you guys used to be in the locker room and you were talking about deals and you and I had this, candid conversation about, holding things to your chest. I mean, what do you look for? Because, you walked into a lot of money. You walked into a lot of money. Now you're Damian Williams from USC Trojans. Now you're in the NFL. You got your check. Now you got another big check. Now you're like, man, you know what? I got to do something with this. When do you start thinking about investing your money? Because I know how it is the first, the year. So
for me, it was all about a learning process.
Okay.
My first year, I got my checks and whatnot, and it's funny because you always think about, I'm just going to put it in the bank, right? And that's
Right.
what I'm going to do.
Right.
That's how you save your money.
Right.
You put it in the bank.
Right.
But truth be told, that's not how you save your money, because just putting it in the bank makes it real easily access to go get it out of the bank,
True.
and you're not really making much return on that.
Right.
So the first thing is it's a learning process. You have to learn about the investment process.
Mm-hmm.
You have to learn about what makes sense, how you want to allocate your portfolio.
Right.
I'd venture to say that the majority of athletes right now don't know how their profile is allocated with their financial advisor.
Right. I concur. We've seen a lot. We got statistics.
Right.
We got history.
Right.
We got what we call public news.
That too.
You got public news. You can go out and see, people who have, not necessarily say they lost their money because just being negligent. I mean, it happens.
Right.
But, there's a financial institution has a fiduciary responsibility of your money, to allocate it out in certain, portfolio companies and stuff. But, as the athlete coming from that college level or that high school level, because, guys jump from high school to the NBA as well, and as well as MLB. But you got access to a lot of money.
Yeah.
And now you're saying, well, when do you think, and I know, Dame, this is from your mindset, but also your peers that you play ball with.
Right.
When do you think most of the guys started thinking about, man, I need to invest my money in something so I don't lose? I don't want to be broke.
Truth be told,
hey, this PN Global News, we got to tell the truth, bro.
It's probably when they realize that they're on the way out.
On the way out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, most guys probably, may have a year or two left that they know that they can start playing or that they can give you, everything they got. And you know when it's about time to stop or whatnot. And I'd say probably then. That's probably when guys are like, I got to start looking for an exit strategy. Yeah. When honestly, I mean, if it was up to me, they would teach an investment class to every student athlete on every campus.
Yeah.
Because especially when you're in a class like for me, I went to a school where we were known for putting people in the NFL.
Right.
We're known for people putting people in the Major League Baseball.
Right.
Major League Baseball. We had known for putting people in the NBA. Like that's one of those schools. The Ohio States, Notre Dame's, Florida State's, those type of schools. Texas. You know that a lot of those players are going to go to the league. Yeah. So I think there should be a mandatory financial course for them because at the end of the day, you're giving a lot of kids that never had money a situation. You're kind of just throwing them into a situation where if they're not informed and they don't know what they're supposed to do with the money, right? I mean, they're bound to blow it. And then you look at people and like, oh, I don't understand how these athletes get all this money and they blow it. Well, I mean, look at the situation. A lot of people are just uneducated and they don't know how long money lasts, right? Or the real value of money, right? And when you get this money, you're like, okay, well, I got this money, so now everybody knocking on your door, everybody knocking on your door, hey, cuz, bruh, I need that, man, give me that grip, dog, so I can do X, right? And the hard thing is like, I mean, you feel a responsibility, if you're the breadwinner in your family, it's no different than you being the mom making all the money or the dad making all the money. Right. Sometimes you're the kid that makes all the money. Yeah, and it happens. And it happens a lot. And unfortunately, just as your family's taking care of you all those years, you feel that responsibility to take care of them. Right. And I mean, it's a responsibility that you take up on yourself, too, because, so many people helped you along the way. Absolutely. From the AAU sports or the college, the high school coach or your uncle or your dad or whatever. Uncles. You just feel, everybody got the uncle. That uncle. Uncle Johnny, Uncle Rod, Mine was Uncle Tony. Uncle Tony, okay. Had that one. So Uncle T helped you out, right? Kept you out of trouble, right? Making sure, okay, Dame, man, dude, you got to do this, man. Always. We got to get this right. You can't be hanging out there with Johnny and them down the street, bro. Nope. Can't do it. You the fastest kid on the block, man. You got a chance to go to college, right? Yeah. That's what he be telling Uncle T. Uncle T was in year, right? Yeah. And as much as you want to feel like they don't know, they know. Yeah, they really do. I think that a lot of these, up-and-coming kids and stars and everything should listen a little bit more and take advice because, a lot of us have seen everything that you're going to already go through. Right. And it's so funny because everybody said, man, I already been there, done that. Like, no, you haven't. You ain't never gone through this. Right. Right. But in some capacity they have. Right. It may not have been your exact situation, but in some capacity they figured it out. I know, man, but dude, it's like, okay, dang, it's like a lot of money. So we look at athletics and we say probably, 90% African-American athletes who have liquidity, come into liquidity at that, at a young age or early age, got a lot of money. So now how do we help, turn that paradigm shift over, So we're gonna like come back and talk about
how do we help them change? PN Global News, Rodney Woods, Damian Williams, 832-230-5592.
For the transformation that will change your world?
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, my name is Les Brown here at KYND. You know, throughout my career, people always say, Les, I want to do what you do. I love to help people. I've got a story. Well, guess what? That's why I started the Les Brown Maximum Achievement Training Program. It will help you to gain the tools and knowledge to become a certified life coach, a public speaker, or a certified trainer. Learn the inside secrets on how to grow your brand and help others to become the best that they can be. Are you ready for a change in your life? Well, this is it. My friends here at KYND Radio will help you get started. You have something special. You've got greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Are you ready to take action and change your future? Go to KYNDradio.com and click on the Les Brown banner.
The power is here. KYND brings you star power. Yolanda Adams.
Can I tell you how excited we are about being at KYND?
Les Brown.
On KYND, you have something special. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Rushion McDonald.
Show some love. Show some love. We trying to make it sound big up in this joint.
Access the power at KYNDradio.com.
I just wanted to come here and share exactly what I've been experiencing, who I have met, the tools and strategies I have learned that have allowed me to build a better me. It is time for us to not have any more limits on our life.
Hey guys, it's Yolanda. What are you doing for your skin? Especially you ladies. Well, I've got the perfect products for you. It's called Simply Yolanda. Just go to Yolanda Adams Live, click on the link for Simply Yolanda, and you can find our body oil, body wash, and our body souffle, which is our moisturizer. It's so good for you. It's supple, it's amazing, it cleanses, and it keeps your skin nourished. You wanna know how I know? Did you hear me? I use it. Yes, I use it. Simply Yolanda at YolandaAdamsLive.com. Hey guys, it's Yolanda. I just want to invite you to listen to the Yolanda Adams Morning Show with myself, Yolanda, and Marcus D. Wiley, Monday through Friday, right here on KYND from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Hey, listen, we have a lot of fun, and we don't want you to miss it. So tune in, KYND.
Yeah, Yolanda Adams Morning Show.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, my name is Les Brown here at KYND. You know, throughout my career, people always say, Les, I want to do what you do. I love to help people. I've got a story.
KYND.
Here we go.
We're here because you've got something to say.
Welcome back to KYND Radio 1520, PN Global News. Rodney Woods, my man Damian Williams.
What's going on, man?
We still back, baby. We still grinding on this thing, man. Trying to talk about education and the athletes and the transition and the money that's being made that we can actually own businesses.
Yeah, man.
In our backyard, man. Businesses in our communities, businesses in other places that you actually play ball in, you know? We're trying to think about and talk about how do we help transition and change that paradigm shift, you know, to get a lot of athletes now to understand. I mean, you know, Dame, you and Doc, you know, Doc Patton, 3-time Olympian. I got that right, Doc, so don't play, you know. But you and Doc, when y'all started DD Connections, right? Yep. Y'all were trying to help people, use yourself and the resources and the relationships to help the guys and others understand how do we get to this next level.
Right.
A
lot of times we talk about using our influence, right?
Yep.
Just as athletes.
Influence. We had that session.
We had that session. We talked about that, right?
Right.
But that influence is much deeper than just getting someone to buy a product.
Right.
Right.
True.
That influence can be, using an investment piece to go back in and rebuild a playground.
Yeah.
In
True.
your own backyard. I'm from Springdale, Arkansas, man.
I've
definitely put dollars back into that city.
Springdale.
That's where I'm from.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's my community. That's the people that raised me. So me going back and dumping dollars into my hometown means nothing to me because, it means everything to me, but it's not a big deal because that's the people that raised me.
Right.
That's no different than we're talking about going home and taking care of your family.
Right.
That's
True.
my family. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And a lot of guys need to understand that influence can be used in that route as well.
Mm-hmm.
Going back and rebuilding community centers, going back and putting money back into your high schools.
Yeah.
That's an investment.
Right. True.
And we think about investments as far as getting returns, but the return doesn't always have to be monetary.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that a lot of guys need to understand as well.
Yeah, and that's true. And that is definitely absolutely true that everything is not monetary, but when we started our quest in building Playbook Investors Network, we knew that we had to have the tools to teach a lot of businesses, on truly how to gain access to capital.
Right.
And upon doing so, we knew that we had partners in, T-Mac and Trace McGrady and Antonio, yourself, and Doc and other athletes who were a part of us. We also had to teach us.
Yep.
How do we turn a lot of guys and our peers around? How do we can invest in things that is relevant?
Right.
Things that, the water. We used to joke on our first show, right?
Yeah.
Somebody made this, right?
Yep.
Somebody made this bottle of water
Absolutely.
right here. And how do you actually invest in the company that's creating this plastic bottle?
Right.
Or the top.
Yep.
That goes on this bottle or the labeling that goes on this bottle. These are the type of things that we can own. You and I and Doc and AD and Jesse and all the team, we've been talking about how we own some manufacturing plants that's making nutritional products.
Right.
That is relevant and is going back into the school systems.
Yep.
Stuff. We're going to put a plant in Tracy's hometown in Arbondale.
Yep.
We've been talking about putting a plant in Arbondale, Florida, that we can actually manufacture nutritional products that can go into all the schools and also into the elderly people, that kind of stuff. So we do. We look at these things and we said we have to have a plan and we got to show, the athlete entertainers on how they too can own stuff because you guys got a lot of liquidity. Let's don't play with this now.
Right.
Y'all make a lot of money. We've seen a lot of money, come and go.
Mm-hmm.
We know that pretty much 85% D that go broke after 3 to 5 years.
Pretty close to that, yeah.
Yeah, about 85% of athletes go broke after 3 to 5 years after being out the league.
Mm-hmm.
Man, how do you change that?
Yeah, we got to start making smarter plays while we're playing.
Yeah.
And when I say smarter plays, I mean smarter plays in the investment pool.
Yeah.
Diversifying our portfolios and whatnot. We got to start making better decisions while we're still playing and not waiting till we're done to have to try to figure it out.
Right. So it's like Playbook was designed to help athlete entertainers understand how they can navigate the space and play in all these what we call minority businesses, or woman-owned business or government or LGBTQ business that has a business that makes a product or does a service, because marketing is a service or PR is a service or, or you invest in money into, like we said, a bottle company.
Right.
Or a company that's making tissues or towels. Everything that we always talked about, everything you put on, everything we put on, everything we have on today, somebody made it.
Yep.
The headset that we have on today, somebody made it.
That.
The tools here, the cameras, the microphones, the clocks, somebody made it.
Yep.
So we're saying, how do we transition ourselves, even as the athlete entertainers, how do we transition these guys to understand that they can own a lot of stuff And we don't always have to, the stereotypical thing that we got to have a car wash or chicken shack or
right.
Or we got to, or we got to just get into the music game,
Yeah.
But
I think a lot of it's just that, like we talk about all the time, the education piece, getting people to understand that, like, there's a lot of money out there in so many different areas, so many different industries, so many different realms that you could literally just reach out and touch everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, like we talk about, like you told Doc about windshield wipers.
I know,
and he was like, windshield wipers. Like, why would I?
Rodney, why do I want to look at some windshield wipers, right?
But truth be told, every car has windshield wipers.
Every car, every truck.
So if you invest in a company that makes windshield wipers, chances are you can make a lot of money.
A whole lot of money.
Or like I talk about it all the time. Every morning I walk in our office and I look out the window and see all those buildings down there in Uptown.
Yep.
And I say, I wonder who cleans all those windows.
Right. And we had that opportunity before.
Yeah.
We talked about that, right?
I think about it all the time. Like, who cleans all those windows? There's probably 1,000 windows outside of my window.
Yeah,
like, if I could get a couple dollars a piece to clean each window, I feel like I'll be making it, right?
You know what I'm saying, Rob? It's like, it's crazy, right?
Yeah. You know what I mean? So basically, to me, I think it's more of the education piece of understanding the business of business.
Yeah.
You know,
and the process.
In the process,
we
right.
go through the process. We say, if you have a business, you know that you got to continue to get contracts with that business.
Right.
And in the business world, your procurement contracts, from corporations or the company that owns the building just to do the windows. You contract with them. And either you be a tier 1 supplier or you be a tier 2, a sub or whatever. But upon doing so, you know that if I got this building here and I'm cleaning it, I want to clean some more buildings.
Yeah.
So I got to do what? I got to grow.
Got to grow and scale.
Right. I got to grow and scale. So that means I either I'm growing organically because I got more contracts with other buildings, or I'm going to have to go get capital.
Right.
And the thing that we've been talking about, the access to capital. How do I go get more capital? Well, we say, okay, Mr. Such and Such or Miss Such and Such, you need to have a business plan, or you need to have your audit financials, or you need to have a succession plan. Because if something happens to you and we give you this $1 million or this $2 million, well, and I know, Damon, you get ready to get this company $2 million, of your hard-earned NFL money, right?
Right.
You want to know that you're getting a return.
I need to know everything. I need to know everything. I want to know how your building was made.
Right.
I want to know what you're making in that building.
Right.
The whole process of how it gets to the shelf, to sold, to your contract. I need to know all that.
You got to know all that.
I need to know everything.
But and more importantly, if you have that business and you have all your process and things in place, business plan, succession, and all, but if your succession plan, if something happens to you, you want to know there's a successor of your business that's going to continue to run his business, make sure we get our money back. And a lot of people place key man insurance and all that stuff on top of you too, but making sure if something happens to you, we are going to get paid. But these are the things we've been talking about for 11 weeks now, 12 weeks actually. This is our 12th week, I believe, here at PN Global News. So we're just trying to educate.
Yeah, that's it.
We're just trying to educate. We're not saying we're 100% right or anything else, but being that we've been on the ground, being that we've been athletes, and we got a whole lot to talk about our peers.
Yeah.
We're not throwing anybody under the bus. Everything is public record, so you can go out and look at a lot of stuff. But we want to talk about what that looks like when you really in that locker room and when you exit that locker room and when you talk to your other peers in the locker room. So we're going to come back. We're going to talk about that. We're here at KYND Radio, PN Global News.
What up? It's your boy E.T. Listen to me. Everybody want to be a beast until it's time to do what real beasts do. So do me a favor. Start every day, if you want to go to beast mode, by listening to the kind of talk that inspires change right here on KYND Radio.
If you have an IRS issue, call Roderick Dial PC, 713-8.
But more importantly, I am a wife and a mother. I am so excited to begin the next chapter of my journey, my new radio talk show, The Journey with Tiffany Smith, on KYND 1520 AM. That's right, tribe. You can tune in every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. starting July 24th. My new show will include conversations about manifesting your dreams, celebrity interviews, and also I've created some new tools to support you in changing your life. If you're ready to change your life, baby, you got to change your mind. Join the journey with Tiffany Smith and let's talk about it.
This is Nicole R. Coleman, host of the new show, Super Bold Live. Each week, I will feature real people just like you that have stepped out on faith, overcome fear, and made bold moves that transform their lives. We are creating a community of game changers. Listen in each week and let's help you unleash the power within. Bold talk, bold impact, bold transformation. Be sure to connect with me at www.livesuperbold.com.
Super Bowl Live with Nicole R. Coleman. Tuesdays, 7 to 8 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
Hey guys, it's Yolanda. I just want to invite you to listen to the Yolanda Adams Morning Show with myself, Yolanda, and Marcus D. Wiley, Monday through Friday, right here on KYND from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Hey, listen, we have a lot of fun, and we don't want you to miss it. So tune in, KYND.
Yeah, Yolanda Adams Morning Show.
The power is here. KYND brings you star power. Yolanda Adams.
Can I tell you how excited we are about being at KYND?
Les Brown.
On KYND, you have something special.
KYND. Listen longer. Think differently.
Welcome back. KYND Radio, 1520, PN Global News. Call us at 832-230-5592. That's 832-230-5592. If you got any questions, you got a question for Damian Williams or Rodney Woods, give us a call, 832-230-5592 at PN Global News. My man, Damian Williams, you know I'm getting ready to get in the head, dog, right?
It's all right. Come on.
You know, I'm finna go back to the locker room with you, bro. It's time to talk about some things that we can't, like, really disclose to everybody and names and stuff because, you know, I know how it is in the locker room. We all been there. But, Dame, you're in Tennessee Titans, man. And, you know, one of these companies. Oh, no, well, when we say companies, you know, we have broker dealers.
Right.
So one of the brokers came by and like, hey, man, we really want you guys to look at this product.
Right.
We want you to invest into this product, and Dane, we understand you pretty savvy, and you know a few of your other teammates at the Titans. Why don't y'all get together and give us all at least, you know, $1 million apiece? How you looking at this, man? When he really talked to you about this deal that he wants you to invest $1 million in, how you looking at it? I'm gonna get in your head, bro. Let's get this out. Like, come on, how you gonna look at that?
Honestly,
yeah,
the first
yeah. I'm gonna be like AD now. Let me get all up on the mic like AD and Jesse. Yeah, Damon, how you gonna do that?
All right. So, to me, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask some of my teammates if they even heard of this, of whatever it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, so you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listening artists, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. You gonna ask your teammates, you know, man, have you heard of this dude or heard of this product before? Some might say yeah.
Right.
Some might say no.
Right.
But then how you going to ask some of them and they done messed up too?
Oh, yeah. I just want to know if they heard about it.
Right.
If they even knew about it.
Okay.
You know, if I was if it's the first, I'm the first guy that they brought it to or whatnot. I want to know if anybody knows about it, if they can give me any kind of information. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go research myself.
There you go.
I need to know.
Research, right?
Who are you?
Right. You going to do your homework.
Yeah, do my homework. I got to know about the company, but I want to know about who's behind the company too.
So is it advantageous to do your homework or listen to your homeboy?
I mean, you got to do both.
Okay.
I mean, even if I ask you a question,
right,
and you give me the answer,
right,
I'm still gonna go check myself to make sure that it's right.
Okay.
You know, you can't just take everybody's word for everything.
Man, that's
right.
and that's what we're trying to get out. You know, you just can't take everybody's word. You're like, okay, let me at least go back.
Yeah.
Right now, social media and Google, just go check it out.
Listen, you could tell me anything, but it's my million.
Your million, yeah.
So if I'm putting $1 million
True.
into a company, I need to know about it.
So what about all the times when we've seen a lot of deals that has, you know, come to fruition and people made money? Because sometimes that's a draw in too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, man, we've done this. We've, you know, exited that company, sold it all, blah, blah, blah. And now we want you guys to put up 2.5 or 3 million or 3.7 million. We just got a deal recently for $3.7 million. You know, why wouldn't we do it? This group, they've been very successful.
So
I'm in the head, Rob.
I had to remember.
I'm in the head. He know who he's talking to today, right, Rob?
I had to remember I was on the radio right
There you go. Yes, sir. You can't do that now.
All right. So in those situations, like I said, I had to do my research.
Yeah.
I got to know about your company. I got to know who you are and whatnot.
Right.
In a lot of those situations, I'm looking at when you started your company and when you exited.
Yeah.
Because you may have started a real estate company and exited in 2010.
Yeah.
And you won.
Yeah. Been sitting on it for a while.
You know?
Right.
And you just was sitting right, you know, but you could have started that same company in 2011 and had a terrible run.
Yeah.
And
True.
I invested in your company. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it matters about the timing. It matters about, you know, how you got in, how you got out, when, you know, when you got in, when you got out. There's several variables that come into play as far as, you know, how you were even able to expand your company, how you were able to grow your last company.
Right.
Do you have the same format that you're using for this company? And is this new company that you're doing, is it even worth using the same format as how you grew your last business? You know, you can't grow every business the same.
Right.
So there's a lot of different variables you got to go look into. You got to really dive in and do your research. Because I mean, I've seen deals that looked like they were can't miss.
Right. Can't
missed.
miss. And miss. You'd be like, how did that happen?
You know?
Right. You can't miss with this deal.
Yeah.
Right.
And you miss.
And I'm on average, though, D. On the average, how many deals you think comes into the locker room?
Oh, man, it's crazy. Because you got to think. So you have legitimate deals, right?
Okay. What's legitimate? I don't know.
And when I say a legitimate deal, I mean it came from the source. So it's like, hey, I have this company. I want you to invest in it. Here's my deck. Here's my portfolio. Here's my bio, who I am. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Then you got investment deals like, hey, bro, I'm trying to get this record label started. You know, I've been freestyling for years. You know, we've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, just dump some money in this so I can get off the ground, man, so I can just get my first album up or get my first deal up, and then, you know, I'll chunk you back, whatever. So then there's those deals.
Yeah.
Or there's the deal it's like, hey, I'm trying to get some funding for such and such, and I just need a little capital. I'll pay you back. But it's just like a loan, you know, blah, blah. And it's like, well, okay, that works sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, but like if I'm giving your start, there's a chance I want part of that company.
Right. Okay.
So if you're not even willing to have that conversation from the beginning, but you're asking me for the money to put up, but you don't want to give up part of your company, and it's your start, it's not like you're already generating revenue, but like you're starting.
I'm starting the company.
Yeah, I have a hard time with that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so, like I said, there's many different variables, and there's different ways that they come at you.
And we want, and that's why I'm asking you the questions about the athlete. And I'm not saying that this is the same for all.
Right.
It's not the same for all, but you see a lot of deals. You've seen a lot of deals from the time you got in the NFL until the time now you exited the NFL. So you see deals, People, everybody's coming to you saying, hey, I need some money, man. If you can just do this, I can get there. That's tough, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of your peers.
I would want to say the same thing. I need some too. If you could just do this, I could get there.
We know, right?
OPM, right?
OPM money. Other people's money. I got it. But I mean, you know, Dame, honestly though, but you know, we've talked about this with AD and Tracy. We've all had our meetings with Doc. And we talked about, man, we really got to educate the fellas on how we can really own this though.
Yeah.
You know, we playing devil's advocate a little bit, playing, you know, a little role play here about the athlete, entertainment and stuff. But if we really, truly could work together now we getting ready to go into this unity thing. Now we getting ready to get into this.
All right.
We could work together, right?
Yeah.
We got a lot of liquidity as African-American athletes.
Right.
Right? A lot of money.
Yeah.
But what do we really own? You know? Now it's silence. Oh, Rob, we hear crickets now, right? Crickets, right?
Maybe some houses.
We got crickets going in here now.
Some cars.
Yeah. I'm like, you know, yeah, we got the cricket sound. We got the crickets in
you
there.
You play the crickets
yes,
already?
But, I mean, you know, we know that we're passionate about what we're doing.
Yeah.
And how we're trying to change the game and educate, you know, those who really want to be educated.
Yep.
And we say, okay, yeah, you go out to www.Playbook Investors Network. You can see everything. You can figure out, okay, the things you've never seen before, the bottle, water, the microphones we're talking on right now, the stands that hold the microphones, you know, our clothing.
Right.
You know, we have to own some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I had no disrespect to Michael Jordan, who has brand Jordan, but we could own the plants that manufacture brand Jordan gear.
Right.
You know, Tracy and I and all of us, we've talked about going back to Adidas. You know, how do we own a manufacturing plant that manufactures Adidas products?
Right.
Or how do we own a plant that actually makes the tennis shoes that we all brand?
Right.
I mean, if I look back and I think back and brand ambassadors, we got over $1 billion in brand ambassadors.
Right.
But we don't own the plant.
Right.
We ain't making no shoes. We ain't making no Under Armour gear. Not, I mean,
and not even just owning.
I'm trying to not get on that. I'm trying not to go there, man. But I'm trying not to.
But listen, not only just owning, even the manufacturers, right?
Right.
We don't even own a piece of the company that's branding us or that we're branding.
Yeah. Back in the day, we did not.
Yeah,
there's a few.
For a while,
right.
It was like, we didn't even own a piece of the company.
Right, that's true. I mean, we give Steph Curry.
Steph gets a lot of credit for that, man,
because he did get some ownership into Under Armour.
Yep.
I'm not sure if LeBron got some ownership into.
He got a lifetime deal. I'm pretty sure
he got a lifetime deal.
He got a piece of something.
Yeah. And I, you know, some have transitioned into the space to have some type of ownership.
Right.
But what does that ownership really dictate? You know? Can we, you know, dictate that we can create some jobs? Okay, so does that give us the ability to say, okay, we want a piece of ownership, but do we have a voting right? Do we have some real say besides cashing out on our own shares, right?
Right.
How do we create some jobs? Because, you know, you and I and all of us, we have these talks every day. Not only we want to own these plants from a monetary standpoint, but we're saying we want to own it because we want to create jobs in our own communities.
Right.
You know, how do we talk to D Rose and let me see, Dwayne Wade. We talk about Dwayne and all the guys in Chicago, the Mike Finleys, the Tim Hardaways, and the list goes on and on. There's many Chicago guys who play in the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball. But how do we pull these guys together and say, okay, let's own some plants in Chicago because of the crime rate, the killings, that we can actually own some plants and create jobs and train a lot of these kids who don't have the jobs.
Right.
You know, who don't have the skill set.
Right.
So how do we do all that? Which we got a plan. We asking ourselves.
Right.
You know, so listening audience and viewership, we asking ourselves, how do we do this? We know how we do it.
Right.
But we're just trying to act it out a little bit so that you can understand that we have a plan and we have built some things, some tools, you know, in Playbook Investors Network and working with the athletes, working with subject matter experts in every industry.
Right.
You know, whether it be, you know, you're in oil and gas, you're in steel, you're in rebar, whatever you're in, we got a subject matter expert going to teach you and show you how this works and why this is really relevant. So we're also going to teach you about, you know, if you don't know all this stuff, we're going to teach you what a business plan is or a PPM. People say, what is a PPM? A private placement memorandum.
Right.
You know, we're going to teach you about succession planning, key man insurance, and all that. We're going to teach you everything that you want to learn. Everything you want to learn,
right?
We're going to give it to you. We're going to give it to you. So we're going to come back after the break, at KYND Radio, Penn Global News with Damian Williams, Rodney Woods.
KYND, it's your turn to be heard.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, my name is Les Brown here at KYND. You know, throughout my career, people always say, Les, I want to do what you do. I love to help people. I've got a story. Well, guess what? That's why I started the Les Brown Maximum Achievement Training Program. It will help you to gain the tools and knowledge to become a certified life coach, a public speaker, or a certified trainer. Learn the inside secrets on how to grow your brand and help others to become the best that they can be. Are you ready for a change in your life? Well, this is it. My friends here at KYND Radio will help you get started. You have something special. You've got greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Are you ready to take action and change your future? Go to KYNDradio.com and click on the Les Brown banner.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Smith, and I'm a certified spiritual life coach and motivational speaker. But more importantly, I am a wife and a mother. I am so excited to begin the next chapter of my journey, my new radio talk show, The Journey with Tiffany Smith, on KYND 1520 AM. That's right, tribe. You can tune in every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. starting July 24th. My new show will include conversations about manifesting your dreams, celebrity interviews, and also I've created some new tools to support you in changing your life. If you're ready to change your life, baby, you got to change your mind. Join the journey with Tiffany Smith, and let's talk about it.
Hi, this is Nicole R. Coleman, host of the new show, Super Bold Live. Each week, I will feature real people just like you that have stepped out on faith, overcome fear, and made bold moves that transform their lives. We are creating a community of game changers. Listen in each week and let's help you unleash the power within.
Listen longer, think differently.
Welcome back to KYND Radio, Penn Global News. Damian Williams, Rodney Woods, 832-230-5592. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, KYND Radio, Penn Global News, KYND Radio at Facebook, Twitter, and what was the other one? Instagram, Instagram. You know, all the social media tools out here today, you need to utilize these tools, because we do talk about that, you know. These tools are very, very, very important to your business to continue to keep you out there and keep you relevant. But yeah, you know, Dane, we were sitting here talking about, you know, the transition to athletes and, you know, the things that come your way, the things you've seen. And Lord knows, man, I know how many times we've seen guys who've done deals and lost.
Man.
Lost. I mean, like, lose everything. You know, trying to do deals, man. Is it because of the athletic ability and the drive that we have that you like, man, you can't tell me I can't do something?
That's part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
right.
there's that macho bravado, if you
right,
you know, that like, hey, I'm the man. I've been competing at everything my whole life.
Right. You can't, man.
You can't tell me that I can't do this.
Right.
You can't tell me this. Or if I think it's a good idea, it's a good idea. This, that, and the third. A lot of us, we got to realize that, you know, you always talk about subject matter experts, right?
Yeah.
We got to realize, like, we're not subject matter experts. So it's stuff you got to learn about.
But hold that thought now. Wait, hold up. You just got $4 million to play football.
Mm-hmm.
And you got money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like that throne. You deem like, no, you really know what to do. You made $4 million, you know? So some of the guys, mindset-wise, like, man, you can't tell me anything, dude. I got $4 million. I know what to do.
I made that $4 million by investing in my body, but I didn't make it investing on the investment platform that we're talking about, whether public, private, whatnot.
Right.
So I didn't make it that way.
Right.
So that's one of those things I had to learn about.
Right. Right.
That's why I'm here with you.
And Dame, no, we play devil's advocate just so people can understand, because that's what's being said sometimes.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't tell me anything.
Mm-hmm.
I had one of my boys, and I'll never call his name on the air. So he was like, Rodney, you ain't never made $10 million before, man. I like, you right. But I'm like, dude, you not going to have $10 million either the way you going. All the things you're doing, and,
for real.
you know, and I see what's happening. I'm pretty educated to understand that if you don't take care of this, you're going to lose this. And as a matter of fact, every deal that you do, there's a risk associated with it anyway.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you sign. You're like, why would I sign this document saying that you know that when you sign this document and you invest this $2 million, $5 million, $10 million, $100 million, whatever, there's a risk that you're going to lose this money.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
I mean, most of the time, I mean, you don't make what you assume you're going to make off the deal. You know, a lot of times, you know, I've taken a lot of L's.
Right.
And I'm not afraid to admit it, but that's how I learned,
Yeah.
you know, and I didn't, fortunately, I didn't have to learn by taking major L's,
Yeah.
but I've taken
Yeah.
taken a couple of them.
We've seen guys lose, Dame. You know, we talk about it as public records, you know, for the listening artists and viewing artists, and it's sad too. But, you know, guys lose $20 million, $100 million.
Yeah.
I mean, we look at, and we're talking about the athlete, you know, and the entertainer, but I mean, I look at Tim Duncan, and I don't mind saying that because it's public records. But I look at Tim's situation. You played NBA, you know, all these years, a good guy, quiet. You know, Tim ain't caused up no fuss, and he wasn't making a whole lot of investment, but he was doing his thing. But 20 years playing NBA basketball, and with his own financial institution, they get him for $20 million. They get him for $20 million, and they had to go sue the firm, and the guy ends up going to jail.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of other stories like that, you know, because, you know, the financial institution has a fiduciary responsibility of your money, Damon.
Yes.
They got a fiduciary responsibility of your money, or Tim's money, or Tracy's money, or AD, or Doc, all y'all.
Right.
But things happen.
Yeah.
And when you really don't understand, right, we talked about this, the education part, when you don't understand what's really going on, because I came in and told you blah, 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 blah. We don't know. Listen, get educated.
Yep. Break it down to me.
Break it down. Get educated that you can understand what's really happening.
Yeah.
What's really being, you know, out. What's going out, you know, and what returns coming in. But you just gotta, everybody's not trying to get at you to just get money, but, you know, you got guys like us. You got a team like us who's also saying, hey, we're trying to show you everything that you never knew, everything that nobody never told you, and if they did, you wasn't paying attention.
Right.
You know, there's a time you're not paying attention to, because your first 2, 3, 4. When did you start paying attention? You know, I'm putting Dame on the spot, right?
Honestly, I'll be honest
I'm like,
with
when
you.
you start
Probably
paying
like
attention,
my
right?
Third or fourth year.
Third or
But
fourth year?
one thing I can say is I didn't spend any money my first year.
You did not?
No.
You were afraid?
Everything.
You were scared?
I didn't have money before like that. Like,
You scared then,
I just wanted to keep my money. I wanted to stay there.
Right.
I wanted the in the off season. I wanted to look at my account and look the same as when it started, or at least a little. You know, it's bigger,
right.
You know, it's only growing.
Right.
So I didn't spend any money my first year. Not at all.
Yeah.
I wound up getting a car at like the end of the season.
Yeah. Okay.
I think, like it was literally like right before Christmas.
Right. Because when you never had it, man, you're like, man.
So I wound up getting a car because I bought the car then because I was like, oh yeah, this off season though,
right?
I'm about to be riding.
The wild out, right?
I'll show everybody. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I bought it, and I bought it. I'm like, you know, I'm glad I had it.
Yeah.
But honestly, I could have put that money into something else. I mean, I had a car; it was working fine. It was a good car. You know, I could have put that money into something
Look
else.
here, now you know us.
Oh, I know. I know me.
Us.
I did it.
You know us. We like, okay, man, look, I got this money.
Yeah.
I'm not only going to go get one car. I'm going to get 5 cars. You know that, right?
I still, to this day, got one car.
But, you know, Dave, hold up. We talk about this all the time. There are those who have 5, 6, 7, 10.
Yeah.
And then there's the guys like yourself who have one, you know. So we get that. But when you have a lot of money, and I remember Tracy said a couple of things before, like, Rod, I had so much money, I was just buying stuff.
Yeah.
I just, you know, he had $100 million.
Right.
Mac had $100 million just on a shoe deal.
Right.
You know, and that was your guys. You said, like,
Mac's a superstar, man. What's going on, T-Mac?
T-Mac, what's up, baby boy? But, dude, when you had a lot of money, like Tracy used to say, Rod, I had a lot of money, man. I was buying things. But then when I started really talking to Tracy like Tracy, you know, you are still a superstar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, with your voice and your power and your reach, you can help so many of these guys transition. And then, you know, we've been blessed to get guys like you, Dame, and Doc, and then AD, and then, you know, Jesse, and all the ones that are around us that have the same mindset.
Right.
How do we take and change this whole game?
But I think we all have the same vision because we've all seen the same things.
Yeah, we have.
You know, in all of our respective sports, you know, Doc's in track and field, and he's been around the Olympic people. You know, Mac and AD in basketball, and me in football. We've all seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And just from our own personal experience, but also seeing our friends go through stuff. And a lot of times, man, watching somebody you're close to go through a situation like that where they're losing money or like frivolously spending and whatnot, like that's hard for you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's one of those situations where, you know, like you want to speak up and you want to say something, but, you know, at the same time, it's not really your place. It's their money. They can do what they want.
Do what they want.
And it's hard to have that conversation a lot of times.
But you'll find out a lot of them say, man, why you going to just tell me? Because I got all of my partners, all of my boys. We not calling names, but they're like, Rod, why you going to just tell me?
Well, why don't you just listen? Right? Maybe we tried.
I don't know, dog. It's like, hey, sometimes, man, I guess the older I got, I felt like I can tell you. I can show you stuff. So we built this portal at PlaybookInvestorsNetwork.com. So we're going to talk about that when we get back from the break. KYND Radio, PN Global News, 832-230-5592.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. There you go. There go Jay-Z.
There it is.
Jay.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, my name is Les Brown here at KYND. You know, throughout my career, people always say, Les, I want to do what you do. I love to help people. I've got a story. Well, guess what? That's why I started the Les Brown Maximum Achievement Training Program. It will help you to gain the tools and knowledge to become a certified life coach, a public speaker, or a certified trainer. Learn the inside secrets on how to grow your brand and help others to become the best that they can be. Are you ready for a change in your life? Well, this is it. My friends here at KYND Radio will help you get started. You have something special. You've got greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Are you ready to take action and change your future? Go to KYNDradio.com and click on the Les Brown banner.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Smith, and I'm a certified spiritual life coach and motivational speaker. But more importantly, I am a wife and a mother. I am so excited to begin the next chapter of my journey, my new radio talk show, The Journey with Tiffany Smith, on KYND 1520 AM. That's right, tribe. You can tune in every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. starting July 24th. My new show will include conversations about manifesting your dreams, celebrity interviews, and also I've created some new tools to support you in changing your life. If you're ready to change your life, baby, you got to change your mind. Join the journey with Tiffany Smith, and let's talk about it.
Hi, this is Nicole R. Coleman, host of the news show Super Bold Live. Each week, I will feature real people just like you that have stepped out on faith, overcome fear, and made bold moves that transform their lives. We are creating a community of game changers. Listen in each week and let's help you unleash the power within. Bold talk, bold impact, bold transformation. Be sure to connect with me at www.livesuperbold.com.
Super Bowl Live with Nicole R. Coleman. Tuesdays, 7 to 8 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
That was Yolanda Adams.
KYND 1520 Cypress, Houston. KQQB 1520 Stockdale, San Antonio.
The most incredible
Talk that inspires change.
That's all I needed, Rob, to get back on the stage. Oh, that's all I needed, Rob. Hit me up, baby. Give it to me. KYND Radio, PN Global News, Rodney Woods, Damian Williams. Man, we just had some serious offline conversations.
This man Rodney's crazy.
Yeah, I'm crazy. You're right. Hey, I'm old enough now to be crazy, right? I have earned my stripes, right? I definitely have. Man, I tell you, I'd be remiss without saying some of the things that we really want to say, that we really want to change the game. And there's no disrespect to any of our peers, our athlete friends, our entertainer friends, the whole night. Because today is about the mindset of the athlete and entertainer.
Right.
On investing into businesses. And I'm here today with Dane. And we drove up from Dallas, as we do every week. Come up here every week to talk about, how we help businesses gain access to capital and how we trying to help the athlete entertainer, understand that space so they can invest in that space. It is nothing wrong for us to be here at KYND Radio today on PN Global News to talk about it's time for us to get it right.
Yeah, man. We got to start pulling it together.
It's time to get this right. I mean,
got to.
I'm not saying Rodney or Damon or Tracy McGrady or Antonio Davis or Jesse McRae or Darvish Doc Patton. I'm not saying that we're right about what we're saying. I'm just saying it's time to get it right, fellas.
Right.
We have a lot of liquidity amongst all of our athlete entertainer friends. Why can't we own some plants? And I'm not saying some of the guys don't, because Jamal Mashburn, we talk about Jamal. Yeah. Jamal Mashburn is doing a great job. I know a few others are doing, Grant Hill's doing a great job.
Right.
Some of your boys is doing a great job. But it's time to really, it's nothing wrong with working with each other. There's nothing wrong with working with each other when we are the biggest brand ambassadors, the biggest influencers it is in the United States.
Yeah.
And we can't pull this together?
It's funny.
Wow.
We talk about Steph Curry and him getting that ownership in Under Armour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But something I want to commend him on is him and Andre Iguodala have put this players technology Tribune together.
Yeah.
And they've done it really nicely.
Yeah.
And I think that I want to commend them, for reaching out and putting this thing together, because I know how much it takes to put together a company. But not only that, I want to commend them for doing it together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think that that's one of the pieces that us as athletes or entertainers or people with high liquidity, you got there by being competitive.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't become Warren Buffett without being one of the most competitive people in the world.
And we can pass Warren Buffett if we pull this together.
Yeah, we could.
If we pull all this together, we can be bigger than Berkshire Hathaway.
And just like what you just said, we could be bigger than them because it's a competition.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And it's a competition. That's just what it is.
Yeah,
right?
It's always a competition.
We met with our man, Nate Paul, right, down in Austin. He wants to be bigger than that. And he can. He can. With the right team, he can be bigger than that. And I know with the right team, we can be bigger than that. So my thing is, I know we got Ray on the phone. Ray, how you doing this morning?
Pretty good.
Good.
Ray, what's going on, man?
So tell me, have you all looked at creating yet another banking institution so that you can leverage our federal dollars?
Yeah, we have, Ray.
What have y'all done there? Can you just enlighten me? I want to know, so that's where the money is.
So, there are a lot of rules and regulations around the banking industry. You definitely have to have the right people to actually put that thing in place. But we have looked at that, and we have some solutions that we will probably be coming out with here, maybe next year, probably 2018. But we definitely looking at that because there's a lot of education that has to go around that platform that we still not totally, educated around.
Right.
You have these large banks. You got and we don't even. There's a lot of things we don't know. But you got the BBVAs, you got the Bank of Americas, you got the Chases, you got the Wells Fargos. You got all those banks who have money that we actually can tap into if we knew how.
Right.
So there's what they call a CDFI fund, the Community Development Fund that's implemented is on the ground. They got to put the money out there. So as athletes, as minority businesses, a lot of us just don't understand how to tap into those funds. And if we do got to have it. We got to be right. We got to have our things correct.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. You got to know the rules, regulations.
Yes, sir.
And you're really going to have to hire the kind of team that knows how to follow those rules and can be trusted themselves too.
Right. And that's the thing, Ray. You know that. You know that you got to hire somebody that has the expertise to help you get to the next level. But the problem is in our community is you don't want to pay for it. And you have to. Not saying that you got to pay a whole lot of money, but you got to pay some money to get there. And that's, we got to change that shift too. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
But we are definitely looking into those opportunities for sure.
And the reason why I bring that one up is because that one allows you to leverage take so much money and multiply it by a huge factor and get some federal guarantees on certain types of loans and things of that nature.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And that's why one of the reasons why a lot of people that bring that expertise together, they create these banks because they go borrow money for 0.5% or 1%, and they sell it for 7%, 10%, whatever it is, whether it's credit card debts or whatever.
Yes, sir.
But one thing that that has happened to us a number of times in business is you get caught by not being able to borrow bridge capital and other kinds of money. You get caught by not being able to get kind of bonding that people need. And so we have to have all those things in place. And that's where, you all could be really, really helpful at. Now, we got the people on the other side that are borrowing can't and say, hey, y'all are a black institution, lend me some money. You got to come with a story.
Yeah,
you got to come with a way to pay it back. I totally understand that. If you don't have a way of paying it back, you don't get to borrow here or anywhere else.
That's
Absolutely.
right. Nobody's giving you money because you're black no more. You can forget that one. That ain't happening. That's done.
Did they ever do that? I never remember that one.
Back in the day
anyway,
when you had the affirmative action, there were some things. There was some, certain milestones.
I missed those.
Yeah.
I missed all those. But anyway, I'm just looking forward to the point where you can go out and leverage out and borrow, $3 or $4 or $5 million and be serious about it and seriously have a plan to pay it, a way to pay it back.
Yeah, and with us, you gonna have to be serious about it because I think everybody who's in business today, minority, woman-owned, government, LGBT, whatever you are, majority company, you got to be serious about your business anyway. And that's why we're saying you have to get these processes in place. You have to get your business plan or your PPM or your succession plan or key man insurance. You have to get those things because you got to be serious about your business. That's why Dame's sitting up here now. He was serious about playing in the NFL. You got to be serious. The guys playing NBA. You got to be serious about it. So that's what it's about.
One thing I'll pass on to you, there's an older gentleman in the Clear Lake area. Used to have a business, Jefferson Associates.
Okay.
He was a key person in the banking business.
Yes, sir.
As a businessman, and he talked about us we said we should have enough capital now to do what we need to do. But he is a key resource as a retired person that might be able to help give you all some insight as to what needs to be done from the legal and regulatory perspective, but probably free, just because you're doing the right thing. So that's just a point I'll make on that, and then I'll get off the phone and listen some more.
Okay, and Ray,
we appreciate
and his name again, what was his name?
His actual name, the name of the gentleman is a gentleman named Limas Jefferson. Limas Jefferson, okay. And he had a company out there at one time named Jefferson Associates.
Oh, Jefferson.
They were in the technology business, but he was a key part of kind of the Unity Bank setup.
Okay.
And so he knows the banking regulations, especially from, back in the 80s and 90s and so forth. And we participated with a couple of events with him trying to deal with the state of Texas and doing business.
Okay.
And so he would be a great resource if you could get him, probably for next to nothing, to help kind of lay out the framework of what, key things that have to be in place, and you could probably go from there. But I think as a banking institution, then you could help us tap into 401k money that other people have legally and use that, make our community part of that investment portfolio that most people don't care about and aren't aware about.
Right. Okay. Right.
So anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Man, we thank you so much
Great
for calling
insight,
in.
Ray. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's some good information.
It is.
And it's good that we have listeners out there that's listening because, we're trying to make a difference. We're really trying to make a difference and show everybody that, you can do it now. If you really want this, it's not like you can't do it because, like you said, you can't tell us we can't do something.
Right.
Hey, man, you can't shoot. No, yes, I can. You can't run. Oh, yes, I can. Man, you ain't no way in the heck you can do X, Y, Z.
Yes,
Watch
I can.
me.
Yeah.
I can do this, right?
Guaranteed.
How many times I told you couldn't play NFL?
Man, I had doctors tell me I couldn't.
Oh, that's
play
right.
NFL.
That's right, God. That's right, Dame. You did. You had doctors tell you can play. You can play football no more ever, right?
7 of them. Yeah.
God almighty, dude. 7 doctors tell you couldn't play anymore.
Yep.
Man, that's amazing. And look at you, made it through.
Never know, man.
Yeah, man. Hold on, Dame. Now 7 doctors.
7.
That said, Dame, you will never play football.
So I was told by 7 doctors I'd never play football again.
Right.
The one that kind of pushed me over the edge to make sure that I did play again.
Right.
He told me I'd never play sports again. Because I played baseball too.
That's right.
I was
right,
baseball
true.
player.
I remember that. Right.
And so when he told me I couldn't play base, because in my head I was like, okay, well, I don't really like football that much anyway. So
and this dude playing in the NFL, he don't like football, right?
So
all
right, I'll just play baseball. That's
right.
that's what I thought. But when he told me I couldn't play base, he said no sports. Wait, what? I can't play any sports? Okay, something's got to change. What I got to do?
Okay. You got to inspire the people, man, because, dude, they don't understand the story, man.
Man, it's too long to tell. Only got 2 hours.
You better look here. You better get them a snippet because you can motivate some people like, don't tell me that you can't do this.
Yeah, man. Got to learn your bearings again, relearn how to walk, all that stuff.
Wow.
Had to do it all.
Wow. 7 doctors to tell you not only you couldn't play football, but the last one said you can't play sports, period.
But then even crazier than that, it's like, okay, now I can get through all this stuff. I can play sports. I got a mama and some sisters. They didn't want me to play either. But the doctor's saying you can't play. Like, your mom was like, yeah, you can't play.
Like, you going back through this? No, you're not playing.
Like, for what?
Yeah. Wow. Hey, man, I tell you, you persevere and you get through it.
Yeah,
it's
but that's
sports,
what it is. Like we talk about, it's that competitive nature. Like you telling me I can't do something is why I can a lot of times. And that's why a lot of people succeed in whatever it is, whether it's sports, whether it's entertainment, whether it's construction, whether it's like you say, we talk about rebar and all that stuff. Whatever it is a lot of people have been told no, or that they can't in life, and that's the reason why they succeed.
I know, and my story. I tell you all the time. They tell me, hey, you can't do this.
Yeah, they told you couldn't play basketball. You was hurt, right?
Yeah, they told me I couldn't play basketball.
So what'd you do? You started a league of basketball. Imagine that.
Can't tell me I can't do it. But it's amazing though. And we joke and jive about a lot of things, but transition from the sports to the business world. People tell you, hey, there's no way that you guys can build this system.
Yeah.
There's no way you can build Penn. There's no way that you can be entrenched in all these major corporations, or there's no way that you got these relationships, or, you don't know Damian Williams, right? You don't know Trace McGrady. You don't know
Man, I had somebody tell me that last week.
You don't know Michael Irvin.
Somebody told me that last week. Like, man, you don't know Tracy McGrady. And I was like, you're right.
Yeah, he's your business partner.
No, you're right. I don't.
It's amazing, man. The things that you've been told, you be like, wow. So if you listen to everything that everybody tell you, you probably will start believing some of it.
You got to. You start believing some of it, you keep listening to it.
Right. You don't know such and such, and you can't do this, but...
Which sometimes that's a good thing, though, because if you keep listening, you might learn something.
Yeah, true, true. But, I mean, like I say, man, it's amazing from the transition from the athlete, the entertainer, trying to be in business, and then being in business. And, we even got some companies we work for, major corporations said, hey, you guys would be better off just doing this one thing.
Right.
And we like, no, because you told us we need to be innovative. We need to be more creative, and we need to do different things, and we need to be better than those other companies. So what makes you think I'm not going to do some other stuff?
Right.
But then you turn around and tell me, well, hey, just do this one thing right here. Just make this one piece right here and get really good at that, and then you'll be okay. No. We're going to diversify. We're going to do this thing different. And the good thing is, Dame, just like you had, Uncle T and support, I look at it like this in the business where I had the Uncle Corporation. Uncle Corporation. I had
had an Uncle T too.
I had an Uncle Keith Eakins. I had an Uncle John Munson. I had an uncle, our partner who's passed. We love him to death, Henry Jackson.
Yep.
I had those type of uncles, right? That we can do this though. But we're gonna come back. We're gonna get back into this thing, with KYND Radio, with PN Global News, and with Damian Williams, Rodney Woods. 832-230-5592.
That was Yolanda Adams with Victory, baby. And that's what we had this morning on the Yolanda Adams Morning Show, nothing but victory. It is a Fly Friday live. It's going down. We have a live audience coming in at around 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6.
We're here. Thank you so much. We are Fly Fridaying live, and we have our studio family inside with us.
Yeah, I see these folks.
How they look?
They looking good. Look like they unemployed.
No, we're not saying that. We don't say that. No, they look very.
They don't look like they gotta go to work.
No, I'm looking at suits. I'm looking at watches. I'm looking at.
That's because they coming to see you.
No.
These folks going back to sleep as soon as they leave here. These folks.
You're the Adams Morning Show.
Hi, I'm Morris Parsons, and
I'm Tracy L. James, and I'm Alexis Moore.
And we're here at KYND Radio, and we're inviting you to connect to the power. KYNDradio.com. It's your place to be. You're not here yet?
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, my name is Les Brown. Here at KYND, throughout my career, people always say, Les, I want to do what you do. I love to help people. I've got a story. Well, guess what? That's why I started the Les Brown Maximum Achievement Training Program. It will help you to gain the tools and knowledge to become a certified life coach, a public speaker, or a certified trainer. Learn the inside secrets on how to grow your brand and help others to become the best that they can be. Are you ready for a change in your life? Well, this is it. My friends here at KYND Radio will help you get started. You have something special. You've got greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Are you ready to take action and change your future? Go to KYNDradio.com and click
Think differently.
In the house. Oh, yeah, that Jay-Z. I love that J, right? 832-230-5592. KYND Radio, PN Global News. Rodney Woods, Damian Williams. I think we have on the line Miss Shakita. Good morning, Shakita.
I am here. Good morning. How you guys doing?
Good morning.
Doing
How are
great.
you?
Good morning.
What's going on, Miss Kita?
Hey, you guys are doing a great job this morning, but I have friends that I've had conversations with about athletes and business, and Damian, I really want you to address this. How do you address those who still hold the notion or stereotype that athletes are not smart businessmen? And can you expound on your passion and desire to play in this space we call business? I just think it's important to address that because, people look at athletes a certain way, and it's clear that you're not that stereotype. You're not that person. And talk about the passion you have for this space we have here.
So there's a difference, and that's a great question, Shakita. I think that there's a difference between people who are good businessmen and people who, there's a difference between people who are bad businessmen and people who just spend money. And I think that that's something people got to understand is that, a lot of people, when you have time and a lot of money and you have free time, you're not doing nothing, you're bored. And so spending your money is spending your money. And I think people get confused. It's like, that doesn't mean that you're a bad business person. That just means that you was bad at managing your money. Whereas on the other side, there's a lot of athletes who are really smart and business minded. You know, I know a lot of guys there, and rest in peace to him, Rob Baronis. He was a kicker for the Titans, and he was in the locker right next to me. He died a couple years ago. But he used to talk to me about investments all the time, and he was a really smart guy. Like he really understood the game. And he, you know, when I was a young kid, I came in. Rob was in probably like his, I don't know, he's probably like 7th or 8th year or something, 6th, 7th year. And he used to talk to me all the time, like, hey man, you need to get next to somebody who understands the game, because you know you may not be here for this long, and you need to make sure that you know you got your money afterwards. You know, the locker next to me, we used to always joke about it. It was called the coffin. And it literally, there was, in one season, there were 7 people in that locker.
That died.
There was just like, literally, like, you would come in there and you'd be there for like a week, and they was going to cut you and bring somebody else in. It was a revolving door, and it was the locker next to me. And he used to tell me, like, this locker right here, like, that should show you something.
Yeah.
Matt Hasselbeck's another guy. He was my quarterback, and he used to always talk to me about that stuff. Like, hey man, you need to make sure you're getting in. Make sure you're understanding what your investment guys are doing with your money.
Yeah, we talk about that, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nate Washington was another guy. He did really well in investing his money. You know, Nate was another receiver with me, and he was always telling me about, you know, he had companies. He had some companies here in Houston. That he was working with, and he was doing a good job. And there's a lot of guys out there that do a great job, but the biggest piece is the education piece, and that's what we're talking about right now. Is people wanting to know about that stuff, for one, because athletes naturally have that drive to succeed in a lot of things. It's just, it's ingrained in us, but it's also something we've worked at. It's something that we've put in time, and we've learned over time how to persevere, how to push through a lot of things. So when it comes to business and entrepreneurship, those are great qualities and characteristics to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
and what I love about, you know, what we do at Penn is we put the spotlight on you guys for the world to see, because, you know, that stereotype still is there. A lot of people don't get to see you guys in action in the business arena, and so it's important to hear you speak about it and to talk about that, because there's so many young guys who are clueless, and they don't need to make the mistakes that other guys have made before them. If you can, you know, expound and share information to help them along the way, you know. So I just think this platform is super duper important. And can you now, you know, expound on your passion? Like, you know, we've had this conversation about you being so passionate about business, even outside of being an athlete. You know, can you talk a little bit about that? Because I think that's important to share with the audience as well.
Yeah, and I think that my passion behind that is, you know, part of it came from my playing days. You know, I saw a lot of guys lose money. And when they didn't have to, I seen a lot of guys spend money on stuff. I spent money on stuff that I didn't have to, just because I was bored, you know, honestly. And it's one of those things where it's like my passion. The reason, you know, Rodney alluded to this earlier. The reason that Doc and I started D&D Connections was because we wanted to make a difference, and we wanted to change the paradigm. We wanted to make a shift in how people viewed athletes. And how people approached us with business. Because a lot of people approach us thinking like, oh, yeah, we can get some money out of them. They're dumb.
Exactly.
And I wish somebody would approach me like that. Because I'm going to make you feel real bad about that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not stupid. I've made some mistakes, but I know what I'm doing. You know, and you know, and linking up with Rodney, and that's part of the reason why Penn works, because all of us have the same vision. We've all had this vision of, hey, how do we go from being the brand to owning the brand? How do we go from being guys who are viewed as, you know, just frivolous spenders to being guys who are making more money than we could spend? How do we go back to being those guys that are not just changing the communities because our face is there, but changing the communities because we've built a platform there to create jobs. We've built a community center. We've built a platform for people to go and feel safe and feel comfortable.
Boy, I'm about to give Damon a prayer cloth moment right now. Hey, Jesse Mack, here it come, baby. I'm giving him the prayer cloth moment. Go ahead, brother. Preach on, brother. Wow.
But honestly, I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And it's a vision. It's something that you have to want to make a difference, but you have to want to. You got to understand what the issues are first. And I think all of us coming from that background has kind of prepped us for this platform that we're on now and being able to share our stories, but not only share our stories, we're sharing truth because our stories are real life. Our friends and things that have happened to them, it's real life.
Yep.
You know, I watched one of my friends lose $7 million and had no idea he lost it.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at him like,
how do you
listen,
not know?
Everybody's looking at him like, oh, you lost $7 million. You're not very smart because you trusted this guy and this guy. And I'm like, forget about trusting somebody else. How you miss $7 million of your own money?
Yeah. Well, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Because somebody's got to explain that to me.
Like we were just saying, you know, with Tim. You know, Tim with the same firm all these years and lost $20 million.
That's it.
That's tough, you know. What are you going to get the money back in? Restitution?
You're not
getting
that
after
back.
somebody goes to jail?
No,
right.
You're not getting that back.
It ain't coming back.
Not all of it.
Nah.
But but Chiquita, to answer your question, that is my passion, and that's where it comes from. It's just wanting to make a difference in the way that the whole situation's viewed, I should say.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. I just think it's super important to break those stereotypical beliefs that are out there. You know, people need to know, your heart and why you're in this game and how passionate you are about helping create jobs and reach out and also educate people, former athletes, entertainers, whomever, and teach them, hey, you can do this thing too. You know, we don't have to be at the starting point trying to figure it out, looking at a map of how we get there. I can show you. Let me bring you into the fold. So thanks so much for sharing that.
And that's why we didn't, Keith, that's why one reason we didn't want to just, talk at
tell
everybody.
People.
Yeah, we
gotta show them.
We're going to tell the story is true, and you getting it from Dame, you getting it from Tracy and AD and, Doc, and all the others. You're going to get that. But we wanted to have a solution. We really got to show more than just tell, because if we just keep talking as we've been here and talking all these years, we would go to these trade shows and everything else that we got access to capital, we got a lot of capital, and you look around the room and me, I'm gonna ask the question, well, who got capital? Nobody raised their hand. So I'm like, you don't want to just keep hearing all the things that we hear all the time that this guy did this or this guy did this or this company has capital, access to capital. No, we just said let's have a solution. Let's show everybody how to do it.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. Now, it's up to you to make a decision.
I can show you better than I can tell you.
Right, yeah. That's me. I'm like, I don't need to tell you nothing. I'm going to show you better than I can ever tell you. Well, let's just give it to you. It's for you to use and you to take it and do what you need to do with it. But we're going to give it to you.
Yep.
If you want it.
And so let's give them that web address so they can go visit Penn Global News or Playbook Investors Network so they can get in on this thing.
Right. So you can go out to www.playbookinvestors.network.com. And you can also view us here at KYND Radio every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Penn Global News. You can follow us on Facebook Live, KYND Radio. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram. The whole all.
We're on YouTube too.
Yeah, YouTube. We got our own YouTube
shows
channel.
on YouTube.
Right. Penn Global News. You can go to YouTube channel if you miss us live. But this is straight passion. I'm blessed to have Damon and Doc and AD and Tracy and Jesse and Rhonda and Keita, all of y'all. We blessed to have those type of people around us, that's really passionate about changing the game, and some things are embarrassing sometimes to talk about, but you know what? That's okay. All we want to do is give you a solution to let you understand how do you really get to the next level. As an athlete, how can you actually invest in something and really own something that's going to create jobs or create jobs for your own family. You can have your own family office too, outside of just being in sports.
Absolutely.
You know, so those are things we want to continue to do and continue to drive home with any and everybody. I don't care who you are. You know, it doesn't matter. But if you want to get there, here's an opportunity for you to get there. So we're going to come back.
Chiquita, appreciate you calling. Thank you.
Chiquita, so much.
Oh, of course. Y'all have a good one.
Okay.
Thanks, you too.
We're going to come back at KYND Radio, PN, Global News, Damian Williams, Rodney Woods.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Smith, and I'm a certified spiritual life coach and motivational speaker. But more importantly, I am a wife and a mother. I am so excited to begin the next chapter of my journey, my new radio talk show, The Journey with Tiffany Smith, on KYND 1520 AM. That's right, tribe. You can tune in every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. starting July 24th. My new show will include conversations about manifesting your dreams, celebrity interviews, and also I've created some new tools to support you in changing your life. If you're ready to change your life, baby, you got to change your mind. Join the journey with Tiffany Smith and let's talk about it.
Hi, this is Nicole R. Coleman, host of the new show, Super Bold Live. Each week, I will feature real people just like you that have stepped out on faith, overcome fear, and made bold moves that transform their lives. We are creating a community of game changers. Listen in each week and let's help you unleash the power within. Bold talk, bold impact, bold transformation. Be sure to connect with me at www.livesuperbold.com.
Super Bowl Live with Nicole R. Coleman. Tuesdays, 7 to 8 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
Heard.
All right. We back. KYND Radio, PN Global News, Damian Williams, Rodney Woods. Man, thank you, Keita, so much for the call. And Dame, you know, the passion that you exemplify and the things that you talk about. I mean, and I'm blessed to have you guys as partners because that passion, it speaks volumes, brother. I had to give you the prayer cloth moment, man. I got to tell J-Mac I had to pull it out my jacket and get in the prayer. Man, look at here, brother. Bro's going to church up in here, boy.
Hey, man. It's just, I'm serious about it,
No,
man.
you are. I love it, man. I love it. But, you know, man, I tell you, it was really a good thing, man, when we all had our meeting a couple of weeks back when you had the meeting with Tracy and Doc and AD.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then, man, I wish I could have captured that moment myself. You know, to hear all of y'all and the expressions and the passion that we have as a group,
right.
Collaborative as a group. You know, all of us are part of Playbook Investors Network and PN Global News, but to know that we have a voice and we got a voice with KYND Radio who's allowed us to come here, you know, every Thursday from 10 to 12 to talk about our passion and what we're doing and how we're doing it and how we actually get people to the next level.
Right.
You know, the ones who want it, it's there for you.
Yeah, man,
You
it
know?
is. And it's just like in anything, you know,
Right.
we all had to do it as far as athletics,
Yeah.
trying to get to the
Yeah,
next level.
yeah,
You know, you
yeah.
get from you know, playing Pop Warner to junior high, high
Right,
school,
right.
college, and the league and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing in everything. You know,
Yeah.
you start off, you're a freshman. You're a freshman or a rookie in your business when you started.
Yeah.
That's what you are.
Yes, sir.
You're a rookie, and you got to take your lumps. There's some hazing type stuff goes on in there. You know, it's a whole lot. It's
We
the
know about
same
the
game.
hazing, boy.
That's what it is. You know,
I'll never
you're
forget
going to
those
take some
days.
L's, and it's just that's how it works. man.
Right,
But
right.
at the end of the day, it's the grind that keeps you going, man. I wake up every morning, you know, and I'm still trying to provide my
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
I was trying to get to the NFL so my family didn't have to worry about financial situations. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And then you go to the next level and you're like, hey, now I'm out the NFL. I still don't want my family to have to worry about that.
I know,
so
man.
it's either
Feel obligated.
how can I keep this money?
Yeah.
And B, how can I make more? and keep the checks coming in.
Yeah.
And for me, that's what drives me every day. I wake up every morning, go to the office, and we're in there all day.
And y'all there all day. We all in office
trying
all
to figure
day.
this thing out. But it's so that we can provide for our families, so that we can provide for our friends, and for us having this platform, we get to provide for our friends.
And that's why I always come back. I always come back with it like, listen, it's nothing wrong with you doing business with each other.
No.
Nothing wrong. Let's forget all the stereotypical things, all the things that's going on in society right now, the Charlottesville, Virginia stuff that's going on. You know, there's a lot of things going on in society as a whole anyway. But it's really more important now,
man,
that individuals or athletes or entertainers or business people, or white, black, pink, purple, it don't matter. You got to pull together.
Yeah, man.
You got to pull together. I mean, you know, we talk about making America great. You know, it's time to pull this thing together.
Unity.
It really is time. But more importantly, it's also time for a lot of the athletes to come together from a business perspective too.
Right.
Because the things that you talk about, the things that, you know, Doc and AD and Tracy and all you guys talk about, how do we bring the guys together and own some products, own some businesses, own some manufacturing plants? Let's get more educated. Let's get more entrenched into the business community. Let's create these jobs for these younger kids, our kids.
Right.
Not just kids around the block, but our kids too. Because this is an entrepreneurial society, and this is not going to be like everybody's going to work in corporate America.
Right.
Your daughter ain't going in corporate America.
Nah, she probably won't.
Right. She got your personality anyway.
She's not.
But, you know, these kids are not going to go in corporate America. And I'm not saying that it's indifferent or it's wrong or it's right, but they're different.
Right.
Millennial kids are different. It takes a village to raise a child for sure.
Yeah.
You know, but it's going to take a village to raise a business too.
Yep.
You know, so it's the same process, but, you know, you try to have these jobs, whether we can own these manufacturing plants or we can own businesses, that we can, you know, put these kids in these businesses. They're going to learn a trade, or they're going to learn something different, because everybody not going to play NFL.
Right.
Everybody not going to play in the NBA or Major League Baseball, and everybody going to become, you know, Lil Wayne.
Most won't.
Right. You got a lot of people going in there trying to do it, and everybody want to do it, but, dude, you can own that business that make this bottle top on this water, or the microphones you and I own today, or the headsets, or the beats.
Yeah.
Let's look at Dr. Dre's situation. You know, he is a owner of the beats, or, you know, that kind of stuff. But did he manufacture the beats? I mean, he sits there and listen to the sound and say, hey, I like that sound, right? I like this, I like that. And no disrespect, but I was in the plant that made the beats.
Right.
Tracy was in the plant that made the beats when we went down to Indianapolis, Indiana. They were making the beats, not just the headset. They were making the beats that went into the Fiat, and they also went into the Jeep Cherokees.
Yep.
You know, and then we went to another plant that made the beats. Okay. We went to another manufacturing plant that made the headphones. Dude, it was fascinating to see all this. I'm like, making the beats the headset?
Right.
That's what I want, Brad.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want.
We got to start doing those things.
We got to do those things. We got Mike on the call. Mike, how you doing this morning?
Hey, how you doing, Rodney?
Good, sir.
Mike, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, Damon? Man, we homeboys, man.
Oh, yeah?
Arkansas?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Get out of here,
where you from, man?
Little town called Elaine, man.
Okay. I'm up top, though. I'm in the north. I'm from Springdale.
yeah. You like 3-4 hours away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on, Mike? How are you this morning?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I just want to, you know, where I left off when I talked to you the last time. I know I mentioned to you I'll probably be up and going about 2 weeks, but you know, I had to talk back with the guys that's building the website, and what they were stating to me, if I wanted a nice website, it's gonna take like 2 or 3 weeks. So that's what they are doing right now. So I'm just waiting on them to finish that up.
Okay.
And I just want, you know what I mean, but I know really I'm not ready for y'all right now, but I'm gonna get there.
Oh, you gotta keep grinding now.
Yeah,
you gonna get
am.
there.
I am.
You gonna get there. You got a pass. You got a mission. You got a plan. You just got to implement your plan, man. You got to do what you need to do to get there, but you got to have a plan. That's
like you got the T-shirts, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
what I'm
Let's
working
try
on.
to make sure I remember.
Right. And don't sweat it, sport it. That's my little logo, But I do other things too, Rodney. I got other ideas that when I heard you mention about manufacturing.
Yes, sir.
I tried to send you a picture, man. I don't know if it got to you or not. Just to look at it, to think about it, because I didn't want to show it to nobody else.
Right. Well, Mike, one thing I'll tell you, when you have ideas, and we always have ideas and things in our head, and you extract it from your brain and put it on paper, then you need to protect it. So you might want to send out an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement to people when you want them to, to see your stuff or talk about your stuff, just so you protect yourself. I mean, people can steal anything. I mean, that's true. Everything is imitated. It's like you think about something, it's already been done, or somebody's going to do it better. That's what competition is every day, just like the athlete entertainer. There's competition every day. But just try to protect yourself and, put an NDA out there. You can go online and pull up an NDA. Just go online. Go Google.
Yeah.
Go to Google.
They got templates.
Yeah, they got a template.
You just go change your name. Insert your name here.
Right. Modify it, man, and just send it out just so people don't, just try to make it a little tough that people just can't take your stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do that, man. But the non-disclosure, I know about that. Well, what else you just said? What was that? Let me write that down, bro.
NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Just put an NDA out there, man, just so you try to protect your stuff as much as you can. You can't stop people. And people have money, dude. It's hard to stop.
Yeah. For sure.
You can see something now, and it's gone. We went to China with Tracy, and we saw things we'd never seen before. But, boy, they copied it. It was gone. Just like that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's fast, bro.
Yes, sir. Well, Mike, so we got you, man. We're going to pray for you, brother. You're going to keep it moving, keep grinding, get that business off the ground like you want it, man. It's up to you to make it happen,
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that, man. I'm going to keep in touch, though.
Okay, Mike.
All right, boss.
All right, Mike. Yeah, Dame. So thanks, Mike, anyway, for calling in, brother. But, it's like we got to turn this around, man. Our passion is strong. I think anybody who knows us, hear us, see us, talk to us, it's like every day. We talk about business all day, every day.
Yeah.
I think we're on the phone sometimes talking about things at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
All the time.
And it is not just about us monetizing. It's about really changing the game, because everybody can monetize the way we're doing it. Everybody can monetize. But we're going to come back. I know we got a few minutes left. Sometimes our time go by so fast,
and it
man.
goes by fast.
Like,
we're almost done.
Right. I'm like, oh, my God, man. Can we get another hour here? Right. But anyway, 832-230-5592 with KYND Radio, PN Global News, Damian Williams, Rodney Woods.
This is Nicole R. Coleman, host of the news show Super Bold Live. Each week, I will feature real people just like you that have stepped out on faith, overcome fear, and made bold moves that transform their lives. We are creating a community of game changers. Listen in each week and let's help you unleash the power within. Bold talk, bold impact, bold transformation. Be sure to connect with me at www.livesuperbold.com.
Super Bowl Live with Nicole R. Coleman. Tuesdays, 7 to 8 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
That was Yolanda Adams with Victory, baby. And that's what we had this morning on the Yolanda Adams Morning Show, nothing but victory. It is a Fly Friday live. It's going down. We have a live audience coming in at around 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6.
We're here. Thank you so much. We are Fly Fridaying live, and we have our studio family inside with us.
Yeah, I see some folks.
How they look?
They looking good. Look like they unemployed.
No, we're not saying that. We don't say that. No, they look very.
They don't look like they gotta go to work.
No, I'm looking at suits. I'm looking at watches. I'm looking at.
That's because they coming to see you.
No.
These folks going back to sleep soon as they leave here. These folks.
Yeah, Yolanda Adams Morning
Hi, I'm Morris Parsons, and
I'm Tracy L. James. And I'm Alexis Moore.
And we're here at KYND Radio, and we're inviting you to connect to the power. KYNDradio.com. It's your place to be. You're not here yet?
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, my name is Les Brown. Here at KYND, you know, throughout my career, people always say, Les, I want to do what you do. I love to help people. I've got a story. Well, guess what? That's why I started the Les Brown Maximum Achievement Training Program. It will help you to gain the tools and knowledge to become a certified life coach.
You waited long enough. It's your time to call. 1-833-588-5963. That's right. Call 1-833-588-KYND.
All right, man. I tell you, time flies. 11:46. 11:46 a.m., man. Man, this is the 17th of August.
Yeah, where'd the year go?
Oh, my God, man. I'm telling you, dude, we got to get busy. We got to turn some things around quick, man. We got a launch coming up in Indiana here probably hopefully the next 15, 30 days. We got a conference call with them today, launching pin on the ground in Indiana, as well as coming back to Texas and doing all of Texas and then Illinois. So I think we got 11 state launch that we'll launch and help all these minority businesses gain access to capital and get to the next level. You know, Dame, is like, we look up, time is just blowing by.
It's going fast, man.
Well,
it's going
Dame,
fast.
you've been out of the league now how long?
2 years now.
Is it 2 years?
Yeah.
Wow. You still find yourself waking up like, man, you did it quick though. Instead of sitting around the home, you like got up and went straight to the office.
Rodney, we talked about this.
That's right.
I was sitting at home and said, I was bored with a lot of time and I had money. I was just spending it. And I didn't know what to do. So I called Doc one day. I said, Doc, you've been retired for a year.
Yeah.
What do you do all day?
Right.
Like, seriously, what do you do? Like, I wake up, it'll be like 9:30, give me some breakfast.
Good problem to have.
Play some video games. Go ahead and, like, look through whatever I have for the day. Maybe take it like an hour. It'll be 11:30 a.m. and I don't have nothing to do for the day.
That's
Hey. So I was like, what can I do? Like, what is it that I could do? So I just, you know, Doc and I, we started learning about the business of business, just how business works.
Right.
Like, all kinds of industry. Man, Doc and I had so many ideas of what we thought we wanted to do, which way we thought we wanted to go and whatnot.
Banging it out. Whiteboard
sessions, man. Like, literally, Doc and I were, I mean, it'd be days we'd be up till 3:30, 4 in the morning, sitting in my office at my house.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out a plan of how to move forward in any industry. We didn't know what industry. Shoot, I wish there would have been pen then.
I know.
I could have just been like, hey, windshield wipers.
Yes, sir.
Let's go there.
We're going to pound that on Doc for quite a while because Doc could have been a billionaire if he just listened to me back then.
Doc, you holding us all back. It's your fault.
I called Doc. I said, Doc, listen, man, I want you to look into this company.
Yeah.
About some windshield wipers that, you know, they need a minority participant. And I think it'd be a good fit for you to be a part. Man, Rodney, I'm going to get back to you. I'm going to call you back. Oh, yeah, Doc, we on you today, bro.
He did call you back.
He did call
me
back.
Like 6 years later. He called you back.
Nah, man, but man, we enjoying this flight, man. And, you know, our passion about trying to turn the landscape around and help businesses scale. You know, grow, get educated on how to gain access to capital. You know, real simple. If you have a business, you definitely need to have your business plan. Some investors, as we talked to a group recently, they like to see PPMs, private placement memorandums. If outside of that, you're going to have to get your audit financials, not your tax returns and everything, but you're going to get your audit financials right because a lot of people want to see exactly what's going on. You know, what's the risk there? You know, what do you know, what's your burn rate? What are you doing? Succession planning, key man insurance, your website. Your website's important to your business. It really is truly important to your business. Like Mike just called in, hey man, I'm trying to get my website, you know, so people can go see who I am and what I do and how I do it and blah, blah, blah. So you gotta get those things right. And then if you don't have that website right, you know, get a web app. to make sure that your site can fit on the phone, because most people's office and everything else, even in today's society, is right in your hand.
Cell phone.
It's right in your cell phone. Everything business-wise is right in the palm of your hands, which has probably been one of the best devices, but also the craziest device in the world. Right. Because you're so accessible.
Yeah.
You're so accessible.
Everything.
Social media is so crazy because, these guys, and we said, Dame, all of our peers, the young fellas, got to stop doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
The phone is right. You can't, like Nate Newton said it best. They said, Nate, what was the difference between the Dallas Cowboys back in the day with Mike and Emmett and all the fellas, Alfredo Roberts, guys that you probably even forgot? What was the difference back then and it is today with Zeke and all those guys? Nate did one thing. He reached on his hip and grabbed his cell phone and said, this right here.
That is the difference.
That is the difference.
Exposure.
It's the difference, man.
Yeah.
Wherever you go. And you're under the microscope all day, every day. You're an athlete. You're getting paid for it. So, and people do look at you. They view you different. And I'm glad that they're going to view you different, Damian, to look at you as like, wait a minute. He played NFL ball. Now he's trying to help guys transition to a space that they didn't know anything about. Yeah. And take care of their monies and create jobs and, create other opportunities that we had no idea existed.
Right.
Or that we could create these type of opportunities for people. So that's what it's about.
And one thing that I want to touch on before we get out of here is something that, we talk about it all the time. And we've kind of talked about it a little bit today, but that cohesion piece, man, like I can't stress how important it is for guys to pull their resources together. Pull their funds together. It's no different than what we're doing. We're a bunch of athletes from a bunch of different sports who are pulling our resources together.
Yes, sir.
Who are pulling our funds together and trying to create a platform for all of our friends to do the same. And it's something that could happen so easily. That's why I talked about, I commend Iggy and Steph, for doing that together. Mm-hmm. So oftentimes in the athletic or the entertainment realm, people are so competitive that they don't want to tell somebody else what they're doing.
Right.
They don't want to go and say, hey, listen, I'm about to put $250 into this company because I think they're going to do X. I think you should do it too so that you can do X too.
Right.
A lot of people won't do that.
Communication.
A lot of people will say, hey, I'm going to do this and make my money, and then come back and brag to you like, yeah, I made my money. I just invested $250 in this company. Well, why didn't you tell me?
Right.
You want me to go to the club with you? You want me to ride to and go to this dinner at Ruth Chris with you?
Right.
You want me to go to the concerts with you and split the bill?
Go get them down.
So why can't we split this investment?
Right.
Why don't you tell me about it?
Right.
And there's not enough guys doing that.
Yeah.
And I think that that's one piece that if all of us wouldn't make it such a competition and understand that, like, hey, we could be a team in this competition. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be me versus you. It can be us versus them.
Right.
And if guys will start doing that, like I think it would be interesting if each team, each professional team, could see who could come up with like the best company.
Oh man,
wouldn't that be a great competition?
Man, you get ready to strike up some eyes.
No, seriously, wouldn't that be something great? If it was,
I know the Titans following you today. Like,
we're
okay,
trying to play. But seriously, like when I was in Nashville, man, like, okay, yeah, we're playing the Texans.
Right.
They're our division rivals.
Yeah, that's true.
We're playing them. Cool. We play them twice a year. Why don't we play them 3 times a year?
Yeah.
Let's play them twice a year during the season.
Yeah.
And then one time in the off season, let's all try to put our stuff together and see who could come up with a better company.
Better company. Man, Dame, you better package that idea, bro.
I don't care if somebody else take it. They just need to understand what we're trying to say. You know what I mean? And
No,
it's that
right.
type of stuff that I think that cohesion piece and getting guys to pull together and take care of stuff in that capacity,
Right.
I think that's how you change everything.
No, and that's how you
what we're
make
doing.
change.
That's what
That's-
we're doing.
yeah,
and
we are.
that's kind of why we wanted to do it this way, so
Right.
we can make that an example and say, hey, listen, we all came from different backgrounds.
We did.
We all came from different areas of the country.
Absolutely.
We all came from different situations.
Yeah.
But we can all do the same things.
We can.
And if we net our resources, there's not much we can't do.
Yeah.
And for Tracy, he was top tier. I wasn't a top tier guy in the NFL. I was fortunate I was fortunate enough that I could do a lot of things, so I stayed longer.
Right.
They have this term they always say, the more you could do. I was gifted enough that I could do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I was our third string quarterback on game day when I was
That's
when I was
right.
playing.
You did tell me that.
Yeah,
Right.
and I had to play it a couple times because our other two got hurt.
Right.
You know, I was the punt returner, the kick returner. I could hold for field goal. I could do a lot of different things so I could stay.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a top tier guy. I wasn't a superstar like Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
So for him to want to work with me, that's big for me.
Yeah.
But it's because we have the same vision.
Yeah.
It don't have nothing to do with our social classes or our status or anything like that. It's because we have the same vision. And there's so many guys in so many locker rooms or in so many areas that have the same vision, but they won't share it with one another.
Yeah, and we're going to change it. We're going to do what we can to change the mindset of a lot of the athlete entertainers and the ones, you know, even the business community. We're trying to change. We're definitely trying to change. All we're going to do is keep trying to give you the tools and the resources that you can go out to. You can always still go out and visit us at www.playbookinvestors.network.com. You can visit us on KYND Radio, PN Global News. You can go to Facebook. You can go to Twitter. You can follow Damon. I see everybody's following Damon today from Tennessee, from the Titans and everywhere else. But, you know, our thing is we provide a platform for businesses to gain access to capital. And we do have a lot of investors on the back end. And we also ourselves, Dame, we're competitive enough that, and we're mindful enough and humble enough that we're willing to partner with everybody. Anybody and everybody that really want to do be a part, we're going to try to make it work. And that's why we're trying to, you know, partner with a young man in Nate Paul in Austin. So hopefully we get some of these things resolved, but we will make a difference in the marketplace. Thank you for visiting us every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at KYND Radio, at PN Global News. Again, my man Dame,
Rodney,
D. Will
had a good time.
Rodney
today,
Woods
man.
in the house. We sorry about blasting you all day today, Doc.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all.
But hey, look, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday. We'll talk to you next Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. And that's PN Global News, KYND Radio, 1520. And thanks to my man Rob, who
man,
always
get
take
us
care.
right in here, man.
Always,
We
he's
appreciate
the engineer taking care of all our stuff, and producer, the man. Y'all need to call Rob up. That's what y'all need to do.
Rob need to be on the show.
There you go. We got to put you on the show, Rob.
Rob, you behind the scenes.
Right.
You need to be in front.
So
One day
Rob,
we'll put you up
we're
here.
gonna put you up here. All right.
I know this.
Okay.
Rob probably know more about Penn than anybody else.
I know, right?
I'll tell you that.
But we're gonna keep putting it down though at PN Global News. Thank you so much.